As a teacher in this modern world, using education is unavoidable. It's everywhere, from using digital displays or whiteboards for our students, from blended learning to artificial intelligence. It can be a lot to understand, especially if you're used to the old system. You might even ask yourself, is this really what is best for our students? Is this the most efficient way to deliver material to those that we serve? Well, recently I was watching a TED Talk by David Mittelbeck. He's an educator and a software developer, and he had a lot of interesting ideas. In discussing how we can reinvent education for the digital age, Mittelbeck made an interesting observation that education and technology have not been evolving in parallel. The way that we implement and deliver new technology has been advancing far more rapidly than the way that we deliver education. He uses this example. Imagine that you were to go to the doctor 100 years ago. That would look very different than your experience at a modern hospital because of all of the different ways that technology has changed the field for the better. However, if you go into a classroom 100 years ago, it would look pretty much more or less the same as it does now. So what can we do and how can we better harness technology to evolve education? Well, in response to this problem, Mittelbeck and his brother came up with an idea called the Learning Accelerator that would help students come up with more individualized plans to help them work through their skills in coding, specifically for web development and data science and AI. So he observed that in the old world, content was rare. It wasn't that easy to share books between one another. And people expected to have a stable career path from the first days of their education. But in the new world, we have to be more flexible. There's great content everywhere. There are so many scholarly articles you can access just if you know how. And also, we have to be prepared for lifelong learning and change. Now, of course, the old system of education has a lot of good things we can keep from it, such as mentor and mentee relationships and the ability to pursue large projects that you're really passionate about. But there are a lot of things that we can leave in the past as well, such as college lectures being delivered to auditoriums of hundreds of students with no individualized attention. That's why David and his brother's idea of a learning accelerator type environment is so revolutionary. It allows you to assign students individual work, yet monitor their progress, and also give them a standardized program that everyone can follow, such as you can see here. All in all, we can think of digital age learning as having three essential principles, being 1, the use of blended learning, 2, the ability to personalize, and thirdly, how to build an online community beyond what you have in your real-world life. Now, with blended learning, you can access both online and offline materials. Earlier I was talking about all the scholarly articles that anyone can find now that you used to have to go to a library to physically draw from the shelves. Also, you can attend larger social events or hackathons that would put you in touch with other professionals in places you might never otherwise go. Also, you can better monitor your students' work and allow them to share their feedback in a more streamlined way. Secondly, personalization. You can assign students certain projects that aren't universal for all the class. And with online learning, you can see who is doing what, who's best at what, and where their talents, skills, and personal goals lie. Lastly, through a sense of community, you can connect students with not only others within their own university or learning institution, but in other learning institutions or the professional world at large, which will really open up their career possibilities for the future. In his TED Talk, David Middlebeck shared the results of his Learning Accelerator experiment, and it showed how essential individualized learning is to being engaged in any educational program. He thanked all of his team that you could include in similar projects of your own, including mentors and volunteers and psychologists and professors from other departments, so that students have a deep and meaningful interaction not only with you as an individual teacher, but with your entire learning community, whether that be in a university or in a business context. As educators, we can be so much more effective if we don't just sit around and wait for the old guard to dictate what we should do. We can be proactive in bringing technology into our classrooms or learning environments and seeing how we can make it individually work for us and our needs. And at Jalinga, we're a company who has developed our own software specifically for recording educational videos, and we're always trying to update our program and make it more user-friendly. At studios such as this, where you can record at your own comfort and leisure. Jalinga is not only a solution for recording videos that you can deliver to your students as lectures, or for even teleconferencing into live academic conventions, but we also provide a community for teachers and students all over the world. We share tips for fast and effective recording, for how to successfully conduct webinars, and how to create powerful and engaging presentations. Our technology lets universities and different business centers provide high-quality education using interactive videos or as part of a blended learning course. As you can see here, there's lots of different videos you can browse on our YouTube channel to get you started. So if you'd like to be a part of our community, please subscribe to our channel and share your ideas about how to overcome this gap in evolution between technology and education. And hopefully we can all become better and more effective teachers together.